listen. And it turns out, whoa, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, what happened? Well, your dog's coming in. It's like fucking pets are trying to derail the show.
They just came in and started. The next time he's over here growling, fighting. Hey, motherfuckers!
Yeah, my show, bitch.
I said your cat's being an asshole. My daughter said, "What is he doing?" I said, "He won't leave me alone." She said, "He wants attention." I said, "I know, so give him some." Why the fuck am I down here doing?
Yeah, give him some attention. Get some fucking weed in my.
Let me know when you're ready.
Well, we're live, so we're ready.
Dude,
Awesome.
I watched it. Sorry, go ahead. My bad. I didn't know we were live.
Yeah. On this episode of the Red Eye Report, we're going to keep the nudity going from last week by diving into video games. We listened to Ashtray interrupt a bunch of fucking people, and we also listened to Teddy try to ramble through his intro because he forgot to write it. I had to work tonight. I was rushing. With us this week, we have Ashtray. Ashtray actually made a name for himself. Hey! Knock it off. Take that shit somewhere else.
Yeah, Ashtray's just trying to pee in the corner.
Ashtray made a name for himself in Japanese erotic games. He got a law passed that said every erotic game had to include tentacle porn minigame.
That's true. I created the trend.
Then there's Oracle. Oracle is a prude. He actually started a coalition to get nudity out of video games.
That's right.
Because he thinks that dick is secretly delicious and he wants the temptation taken out of his mind.
I can't handle these eyes. Can't handle it, dude.
Dick is yummy.
Mystic gets a pass today because today is Mystic's birthday. Everybody say
happy birthday, you bitch.
We love you, chubby bastard. All right, okay, go. Nobody wants to pet you anymore. Get away from me, Jesus Christ. And I'm setting. I own like half of these video games we're going to talk about today. And
that says something.
It's not nudity. It's just the fact that I own a lot of video games. So we're gonna dive right in here with the first games I found were from the Atari 2600 system, which is one of my favorite systems. It's actually the first console I got. I got it for Christmas one year. It was used because my parents really couldn't afford Christmas presents for us, and this year we only got one present. I remember I got an Atari. My brother.
Did you get an Atari before Nintendo was around, or Nintendo's out at the time?
Nintendo was out at the time, but I got an Atari.
Okay.
This cover art for this game is fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Game we talking about first?
X-Man.
Yeah. So this game came out in 1982 for the Jesus Christ, goddamn dogs. Fuck Atari 600. It was not. This is not. These games are not affiliated with Atari in any way. They are third-person games. This was done by Universal GameX. The point of the game is there's a naked man running around a maze. He has to get away from the crabs.
Like you do.
From the crabs that want to pinch his privates. From the scissors that want to chop off his manhood. And he wants to once you get through the maze to a door, you get to a bonus mini game where you get to have sexual intercourse with a woman. As you go through the stages in difficulty, the stages change. I have a video here. I don't know if Oracle's going to play it for us.
Yeah, I'm playing.
I see it. What's the scissors supposed to be? Is that dentures?
Like a vasectomy?
Those are the scissors that want to cut off your junk, apparently. I guess the mouth is bitches with teeth that they don't know how to suck right and want to bite you.
Don't know how to suck right. Oh, that's what those. So they are teeth.
Yep.
Boy, those are like nasty old. Remember the old like motor wind up teeth, the chattering teeth.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand how anybody has ever gotten off on any of these games.
Okay, but here's the thing. Like, okay, back in the day,
back then you had to use your imagination.
Right. These are top-notch graphics,
Sears
bro.
catalog.
Yeah.
Sears catalog. These are top-notch graphics back then. These are what you can see. I mean, you got titties going.
Okay, I could.
Go buy a fucking Playboy.
This one is definitely more graphic. Yeah, we're getting into it now.
Look at her nipples are flashing.
Yeah, her nipples flash. Her mouth opens toward.
Oh yeah, there's no mistaking what's going on there.
Yeah. No mistaking whatsoever.
Oh, see, it's like, she's turning colors now. Is that good or bad?
Oh, it's always
That
bad.
must be how you Atari.
Yeah, that's So from what I'm gathering, the meter at the bottom is like once you fill that meter up, you've won, you've finished, you've emanated the liquid of freedom into her system. I don't know if he's wearing a condom or not. I can't really attest to that.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough condom over.
Moving on to our next game here, called Beat 'em and Eat 'em, by Mystic. I'm sorry, Mystique, not Mystic. It's a
I thought
yeah,
it was some kind of inside joke.
Swedish erotica.
Swedish erotica, yes.
She eating an ice cream cone?
This also came out in 1982. And it's
this one isn't
women.
as good.
The goal is to catch semen in their mouths, which is falling from a masturbating man on the rooftop.
It's, okay, yeah.
Like he's dropping ice cream cones.
So this is
I mean, yeah, that's
taken directly from the headlines.
The other one was made by somebody that was just kind of taking a piss on the fucking sexual thing. This was made by somebody with a serious fetish.
Yeah. You were half the it's yeah. There is a. I'm gonna try to find this real quick. There is a. It says there's a gender reverse version of the game called Philly Flasher. Let me see if I can find this real quick.
I like how his mouth like flaps up and down, like it's like frowning and fucking smiling.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
holy shit! I found it.
He's got his elephant trunk fucking cock.
God, that is, yeah. That's a wide fucking bell end too.
Right?
Okay, I found the gender swap version of it.
God, he almost looks like a weird E.T. Well, remember the
it was
E.T.
probably built off of the
E.T.
Somebody just grabbed one of the cartridges from the desert and fucking repurposed
they stole
it.
the code from the E.T. the terrible E.T. game, and the game was so bad that
they're like, we're gonna make this game come.
They didn't try to even fight it.
Okay. So here you go. So I put the gender swap version in there. It's a witch on top of the same train. I don't know what she's rubbing against her little witch clit, but
witch clit.
Wow, that's a good band name, dude.
Maybe a broomstick.
Maybe, I guess, yeah. I mean, it's, yeah. But it's the exact same thing, but it is gender. So
and then they beat off at the end.
If the girls want to have their cake and eat it too, they can do that.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be dudes at the bottom? Yeah, I guess.
So
I don't think those are paint sticks sticking out of their pants.
Oh, man. And now we come up to the most fucked up game of this whole little thing. Custer's Revenge. As you know, Custer was for the guy who got killed a little bit about Native Americans. But in this game, Custer is depicted as a man wearing nothing but a cowboy hat, boots, a bandana, and some gloves.
Look at the cover art for this one.
Yeah. Sporting fucking. Yeah.
God, look at that. Yeah, he's.
Yeah. And this came out in 82 also. The point of this game, it's so fucked up. She's tied to that pole. The object of the game is to dodge these fucking arrows so that you can rape this Native American woman. This game did garner a lot of fucking
outrage.
Outrage, yeah, fucking lot. I mean, a lot of outrage. I mean, why would you make this game?
You didn't have to be woke to be like, this ain't fucking right.
This ain't fucking right. There's also been saying it's one of the worst video games ever made because the whole point is just to go up and fuck this chick.
Is she tied to that post?
Yeah, she's tied to the post.
Oh yeah, she ain't up there leaning up like she's cool. Hey baby, you want to come bring that stick over here?
There is another version where he's tied to the pole and she has to walk up to him, but she has to dodge cannonballs and not arrows. I didn't bother to look that version up.
What's it called? Custer Gets Fucked.
I can't. I didn't look it up.
Montezuma's Revenge. Or no, who was it? Sitting Bull? Was that who defeated him?
It was Sitting Bull, yeah, I believe.
Montezuma was like fucking south of Mexico or some shit. Anyway, go ahead.
Getting into the arcade games, back in the early 90s, a game came out called Paddock Girls for the arcades. It was an erotic style game. Actually, hold on, pause it for a second. This is not the game.
I think I remember.
What's the game?
I think I remember this.
It's called Panic Gals. I was trying to find a good nice video.
Oh, you
for
don't
it,
have one. Okay.
I don't have a video for it. It was a game where it was a silhouette just like you see there, but you had to fill it in, and as you filled in the screen, that's when you get your picture.
Oh, dude, I've seen those in bars. They still have that shit in bars nowadays.
It was more of an erotic.
We forgot about our
oh shit! Our pause for the cause.
Oh yeah, pause for the cause.
Little Charleston Chew.
We're gonna pause right here. Pause for the cause.
What about that Muhammad one where they fucked him in the ass?
What?
Was he nude? Remember that game?
Yeah, the ass fuck simulator or whatever.
Yeah, ass fuck simulator.
What?
Yeah, it was, dude. So these games in the 90s, this was some weird shit. You go on Steam on any day of the week, you're gonna find some weird ass fucking shit, man.
Yeah. All right.
Different times. So Charleston Chew.
Charleston Chews. He's an earless Chihuahua.
Yep, earless Chihuahua. He actually chewed through an extension cord and fucking blew his ears off.
Yeah, he survived though. Tough little fucker.
His name's really Charleston Chews, huh?
Yep.
All right. That's a Bubbles name right there.
Because he nibbled on too much shit.
Nibbled on too much shit.
Sergeant Meowins.
Pet Rabbit once burned our living room down with not the full living room, but the couch because it chewed through a fucking electrical cord.
Wow.
Like the cat in National Lampoon Christmas.
Yeah, essentially, and then
don't have a rabbit in your house.
The circuit break. Oh yeah, it went. We never had one since then. The circuit breaker went, and I'm in the shitter while this is happening, and my brother goes downstairs to flip the breaker back on, and all of a sudden I hear all this commotion, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on out there? I fucking hurry up, wipe my ass, and come out, and my stepdad's beating the couch. It's full flames. What the fuck?
That cat had 9 lives. They just wasted it all.
So did the rabbit survive, or did really
he survived? That rabbit now has superpowers, bro. You need to run.
He survived, and from there on, he survived outside. Cold.
All right, so getting back to Panic Girls. So you all said y'all have seen this game in arcades, right? And well, actually not arcades, bars. Bars. And if you fill the picture in the right way, and you fill it up, you got to see a woman in kind of an erotic pose.
Well,
it was a Japanese game, but so most of them were kind of fucked up poses.
Yeah.
But on my modded Xbox, I found this game right here. You can play the video now of Miss Nude 96.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, Ashtray, they actually have a male version.
Thank God.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is kind of along the same lines.
But the thing with this game is actually as you fill in the screen, you get a piece of the picture. But there's a little bar at the top. If you don't do enough or get enough points in time,
now are you the spider or are you that Pac-Man?
No, you're the Pac-Man guy trying to fill in the picture. But if you don't get it in time, you get enough points.
Cock block you.
Yeah, the spiders.
You have to circle around.
If you don't get it, just turning, you get a fucked up picture. And
that is creepy. Yeah. That's like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, what the hell is up with that?
Obviously, copyright.
Yeah, if you want to see ass and titties, bro, you got to play the game good enough. And if you do not. If you do not make it, you see this.
Like horrible.
And if you do not, then you could just go on your phone.
It's like, yeah, Wes Craven didn't get any money for this fucking ripoff Photoshop job. Poor bastard.
God, no.
So these are like Japanese games?
Yes, because these are Japanese arcade games. Miss World
kind of looked like a young Miley Cyrus.
One second here. So we got some honorable mentions from the 90s.
It reminds me of those. You ever play those bar games where it's the seek and find, where it's like two erotic pictures, but you got to find what's different.
I guess that's what I was talking about.
This one here, Bubble Bath Babes, was released in 1991. It was made to be played on the Nintendo, even though the Nintendo never licensed the game. It's like a reverse Tetris kind of game. There's a naked woman lying down at the bottom of the screen. And your job is to make all the bubbles disappear. These are just honorable mentions in the 90s because we're going to talk about some more modern stuff here in a second.
Yeah, it'd be more honorable if we had pictures.
Okay, so go to the fucking.
Here, I'm doing bubble babes.
Bubble bath babes. I see it now. I know there's a little bit of delay.
I'm doing bubble bath babe.
Indonesian.
Okay, I see.
Ah, not bad.
Yeah, so
That reminds me of. Do you remember the video poker machines that had like the chick in the blue top that was like super tight, and they purposely.
How many video games did you play for the sex?
No. I'm talking about like bar games.
Oh, okay. Well, how many bar games did you play for the fucking?
This is the childhood of anybody that grew up in Wisconsin, like rural Wisconsin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's that cheese, huh?
Yeah. I mean, seriously, if you go to any bumfuck bar, there's a chance you're gonna find one of these nudity. Oh, definitely, they are.
Another honorable mention. I've actually played this game. A buddy of mine had it. An older buddy. Strip Fighter 2. It was released for the TurboGrafx 16. Do you remember that system?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like super expensive or some shit?
It was super expensive.
Super Nintendo
the games. It was during the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo era. It was TurboGrafx 16.
Year kind of.
No, it was a console. No, it was a console. Obviously, you don't remember it. Fine, never mind.
Not the like the.
It doesn't matter. Tell us about the game. Holy fuck.
It's a hand-to-hand combat game where women are in skanky clothes. Of course, it's a fucking fighting game. All women are skanky clothes. The object of the game. Every time you start the game, they give you the stats and everything else. It's the point of the game is as you fight, you hit people, the clothes will fly off. But at the end of each match, you get a glimpse of a woman with some clothes on, and then whoever loses the match gets their clothes off, or they're just topless, I guess.
Looking at this, it says like Favre in the background.
Yeah, Favre in the background. Yeah.
What's up with that?
It's probably his dick pics that was getting shown if you lost. Fucking limp, 16-bit cock. Hey, I'm gonna steal some money from some fucking kids. Oh, look at her wig.
We could have used it.
Yeah, right.
Holy shit, sorry.
Is the public gonna find out
doing
about
all right.
this? I like how they blurred her bush out.
And those are the titties you get to see at the end of the match.
Yeah, right. Mississippi. They don't even they gotta like close their mouths when they shower. Poor bastards.
Awesome. Then we get into the 2000s. One of the first big games that came out that had nudity in it, that they actually marketed the nudity was Dave Mirra's BMX Triple X. Do you remember this game?
What?
Really?
No.
Yeah,
I remember the Dave Mirra. It says it had a different name, so I remember that other name, but I don't remember the
BMX Triple X. It was a game where you could create your own character.
Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX. I actually had
cuts
that.
back to fucking Custer's last stand. I thought he was gonna be the BMX character.
But so what you could do in this game was, you could create a character, and you could put the chicken in a little thong. And then you could also make it so that she was topless, pretty much. And that was the gimmick of the game. They actually had a contest.
You could be a dude, but nobody gave a shit, right?
Yeah, you could. They all just wanted to be chicks. They actually had a contest to where girls sent in pictures of themselves, and they flew them to like New York and shit as part of the thing. The thing about the game was,
now could the dudes be naked too? Was there a naked version?
Pretty sure they could. Well, it wasn't like they weren't really naked; they were topless. The chicks were topless. So I'm guessing the guys could be too. You could put pasties on. The thing was, you could put pasties on, and if you went through the pasty menu enough, it would be just like regular nipples.
Eventually, it should be like, here's pink nipple stickers.
Fucking nipples. The thing about the game was, this was during the time of like Tony Hawk, the whole X Games thing.
Yeah, it looks very much like that.
And the people were actually wanting something like that, but apparently the controls in the game sucked.
It looks like
and they were trying to get by on like the titties, and it just did not fucking work.
Yeah, I would rather see this horrible gameplay with some video game titties instead of this black guy who pretends that they're
So I actually owned Dave Mirra, that game.
Okay.
Not the Triple X version.
Not the Triple X, but the other. It was marketed. It says the other name. But I don't remember. I didn't try to put. I guess I didn't make my character a female, so I had no idea.
Well, it had to be the
that
triple
you
X
could
version.
do that shit.
It had to be the triple X version. Yeah, it was not.
Then yeah, I didn't have.
It was not. It
wasn't a very good game, like control wise. Right.
Yeah, control wise, it was not near as tight as Tony Hawk's.
Look at that floozy. Hey, I ride a bike.
Does everybody remember the hot coffee mod?
I don't know how to pedal.
No,
Yeah,
what's that?
GTA.
On GTA, 2004, the hot coffee mod, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Apparently, they had put Rockstar had wanted to push the whole little envelope of the game, so this was actually in the game. But when it came to PC, they data mined it, and they actually put it back in the game as the hot coffee mod. There was a mini game.
So like Rockstar made it, but then they turned it off, and then when the PC version came out, they
data miners got into it and
People
put it
got
out.
into it. Yeah.
Got into it and like, hey, like this shit was in the game.
God bless.
And the fucked up about it was they actually lied about it and said the fucking modders had fucking put it in the game. And then they were like, no, bro, we data mined this shit from you all.
Like it was already in there. You just
it was exactly.
We learned it from you.
We learned it from watching you, Dad.
forgot to the source.
So the thing is, so the mod was I've actually never seen the mod because I wasn't really into this Polygon shit. The mod was
I never saw it either.
The mod was you could end up.
He was really into the 2D Custer's Revenge.
And shit is a life. No, but it was shit. I lost my fucking train of thought. You sons of bitches.
No.
The
mod,
the GTA. Yeah, it was a mini game to where you
go like see what happened when you took the prostitute into the building.
He's gonna tell you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. It's a mini game where you get to fuck your girlfriend, pretty much, from what I understand. I don't know if it's a quick time event. I don't know, but it's a mini game where you get to fuck your girlfriend. As the picture you can see, it has the clothes on. You could have fucked for it. The car just rocks you. Fuck. Oh, this is it, or is this the hot coffee right here?
I guess, but then it just shows people. Oh, here we go. Maybe this gets. Oh, what the fuck? I mean, didn't they do that in what was that? God of War?
Well, okay, so we're gonna talk about as games got on here. Oh shit, I missed talking about that shit with the BMX Triple X. So when BMX Triple X came out, Sony kind of took a stand against it. They were like, we don't want this shit. So on the PlayStation 2, the titties were
nothing to do with this.
You couldn't see titties. But on the Xbox and the fucking GameCube, you could. It's fucking weird.
GameCube?
On GameCube, you could. It was not censored on GameCube, which is fucking weird. Shit, lost my place. Go. Oh wait, nobody cares, dog. Oh, Jesus Christ, my dog right here. Sorry. Honorable mention. This as in the 2000s, they started putting more mods in games, things like that. So have any of y'all ever heard of the Dead or Alive series, Dead or Alive fighting series?
Yes. Now, didn't they base a volleyball game on that?
Exactly. Extreme Beach Volleyball is a game that came out. When I got my Xbox modded, the guy actually put that game on there, which is extremely hard to fucking find. And me and my boys started playing it because we love Dead or Alive because we play fighting games. And the whole booby, jiggly graphics, it was actually pretty nice. And my wife fucking hated that we played that game.
Right.
But the fucked up part about it was we kept playing the game because it turned out to be a really good fucking volleyball game. So it got to the point where we didn't even care that they were naked because we're fucking actually playing volleyball.
But now was it kind of similar to Fighting Controls, but with volleyball as the game you're playing?
No, it was
its own game.
Just play volleyball. Yeah.
Were they fully nude or were they?
they were fully nude. You got there was a character like their hair like a character with purple hair. Then her badge hair was blue. You know, or purple. So
they were
fully nude.
The drapes.
Yeah. Curtains matched the drapes. But as a funny story is, I left.
Very expensive to get.
Oh, here we go. We've got the nude. I
remember coming home and the game.
Her hair's just clipping through her fucking tit.
Because my wife deleted the game.
Your wife deleted the game?
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? That game was actually very rare, and I have not been able to find it since. To put it back on my fucking.
Yeah, that was one of the earlier though.
Actually, trying to be a fun fucking
mainstream
game. another honorable mention, the Laura Croft. Remember the fucking fake ass lie that you said everybody said you got to see her titties?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, was it like a fake alternate ending sort of thing or some shit?
No, it was just a code that where you could make her be like topless or some shit. But the code it was playground. Yeah, it was like playground lies. It wasn't real. What are y'all doing? Who just came in?
That's right. Don't you remember being around the jungle gym, being like, fucking Laura Croft's tits? Have you seen those triangles? Damn.
They were awesome, man.
At the time, it's so funny how crude the graphics look.
Well, here's Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Somebody modded it.
Yeah, the mod.
Look at those fucking abs. Yeah. Fucking Laura Croft is ripped, man.
Yeah, right. I mean, you would be if you were her.
True.
We can't.
You're sexy, but I'm afraid of you.
We can't. You can't. Talk about erotic video games and not talk about the Japanese because these motherfuckers are kind of obsessed with eroticism. They have their own type of erotic video games called Erōge. Oh shit! Where'd it go? I lost my place.
I was gonna watch this Tomb Raider video while you're thinking.
Okay, sorry. Erōge, which comes from Iroku Genmu. It's pretty much erotic video games. These started coming out in 1982 by a company called Koei. Y'all remember the Koei? Oh, sorry, Koei.
Konami?
No, Koei. Koei. Koei.
Erōge?
Koei, yeah, Japanese game. These came out on the X1, the NEC PC 8801, and it's pretty much old computer games. And they got people like Square Enix became made erotic games back in the day.
No shit.
No shit.
Yeah. Because
Square Enix is Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, SquareSoft is Final Fantasy, and Enix was another company. They merged to be Square Enix a while back.
Okay.
And then they started making shitty Final Fantasy games after that. So I'm blaming fucking Enix for that one.
All right. Get back to the nudity. Go back to your roots.
But yeah, most of these games are based on Jesus Christ. Are based on anime.
Jesus?
No, my dog just ran by me. They're fucking with me. Based on anime graphics because that's what's big and popular over there. Because they like the anime, all that goddamn anime porn. There's one more thing I want to talk about, but I can't remember what it was.
Well, don't judge the Japanese for liking their own culture.
Oh, no. Oh, shit, where's my thing at?
What's this guy, out of pee? There's a bunch of hanging women in this.
They just suck them off.
Oh, wow. That is...
Yeah, that's it.
There's no fooling around with stuff here. That's straight up.
The Red Eye Report, ladies and gentlemen.
God, it looks like that weird fucking zombie women from a Rob Zombie film that are...
How have we not been banned yet?
Yeah, let's say, this episode is probably not gonna...
We'll get
yeah, is this gonna even make it?
Hey, this shit's on YouTube. I'm pulling all this stuff up on YouTube.
All on YouTube, yeah. It's all on YouTube, yeah.
All right.
And they're just pixelated titties. Calm down.
Tell that to the fucking algorithms. It's right. Like when they flag. I actually did have them correct they flagged one of my My Light ones that I even scrubbed out, and I contested it.
Well, your My Lights are shit. Moving on to the next part of our show. The What's Sexy, where we tell you what the fuck is sexy. We're gonna start it off with Mystic Judge Lady. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck.
Is it Oracle first?
Oh, we can mix it up.
Decides which order to go.
I can start where I want to. It's my fault.
Cool. No, that's cool. I'll do it. I'll go first. So the judge in that case, was it Marjorie Stoneman Douglas or what was that fucking that school that got shot up like 4 years ago?
4 years ago?
No, yeah, it was like. No, it was like Stoneman Douglas, fucking something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, anyway, the Parkland shooting was Stoneman.
Okay, maybe it was. Yeah. So that dude got fucking. He's on trial, and the defense.
This is the most
Okay, I'll just let her talk.
unprofessional way to try a case. You all knew about this, and even if you didn't make your decision till this morning, to have 22 people plus all of this staff and every attorney march into court, be waiting as if it's some kind of game. Now I have to send them home. The state's not ready. They're not going to have a witness ready. We have another day wasted. I honestly, I have never experienced a level of unprofessionalism in my career. It's unbelievable.
Here comes the best part.
So, Judge, we had any pretrial matters. You asked us to be here at 9:15. We were here at 9:15 to discuss pretrial matters. I have been practicing in this county.
You know what? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear
Well,
it.
Judge, you're insulting me on the record in front of my client, and I believe that I should be able to.
Okay, you can do that later. You can make your record later, but you've been insulting me the entire trial. So, blatantly. Taking your headphones off, arguing with me.
Yeah. Dude, this bitch.
out,
Okay,
coming
so anyway,
late,
back up. This bitch. This guy, like, they said the defense was like, we're gonna call 80 witnesses. It's gonna take this amount of time. Blah blah blah. And then they called 20 witnesses, and they were like, okay, our defense rests. And that's when the judge fucking flipped, because like the prosecution isn't even ready. They're like 6 weeks away from being ready, because these people said they had 4 times the amount of witnesses that they didn't.
Okay, yeah, like they
so they wasted all
lied
this
about the amount
time.
of time this is going to take.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and this is why she fucking, I've never seen a judge flip like that, dude. Like, this level of unprofessional. Like, I was like, damn. All right.
A judge that isn't Judge
Plus, she's
Judy.
kinda hot, so. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'm a
she's
real
good
judge.
looking,
You know what I mean? I thought
Right.
it was fucking good. Fuck them lawyers.
Yeah.
Scumbags.
Well, and also like lawyers like that, boy, I wouldn't want to be them, because when you have to defend the fucking werewolf, like the public enemy number one.
It's an indefensible position.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
You can't defend that. I mean, you're just getting paid to lose.
Yeah.
So.
Boy, it takes
Anyway.
a certain brain, I guess.
Right.
Word. Next up is Ashtray cutting up a big fucking tuna.
Yeah. So I'm not a weirdo, or I guess like I don't like watching.
Anybody who starts it. I'm not a weirdo. He's a fucking weirdo.
For some reason, cutting up. I normally don't watch.
I'm not a weirdo, but I like your toes.
Or yeah, that was a whole other thing.
You got some pretty feet, girl.
Cutting up fucking fish just doesn't seem. It doesn't make me squirm as much as like watching fucking butchering of
Humans.
hogs and, well, especially humans, but mammals. Anyways, I just stumbled on this video. It was like, oh, just like this is the whole process of like taking a tuna off of the fishing boat. This should be timestamped though to like.
Oh, you got this in here?
Yeah. Where it's this is timestamped more to where they start cutting up the fucking big size of the tuna.
Oh yeah, God, that's a lot of fucking meat.
Yeah, I've seen.
Look, yeah, like when you look at the grocery store, it's like, man, think of how many of those fillets they get out of just one
How
of those
much
big
money is in one of those bluefin tunas? I mean, they sell for fucking tens of thousands of dollars.
One of those
yeah.
fucking tunas?
Yeah, that's just
A
one.
bluefin,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a bluefin, but
I,
those are the most expensive.
Yeah, it says cutting giant bluefin tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like,
Luxurious
I mean, we're talking like.
sashimi.
Here, I'll search while you guys watch.
But look at like where they get out this fucking samurai sword.
Yeah,
And just like,
right.
all
Look
right,
how it just like butter.
Yeah, it's like satisfying.
Right.
And I think because it's fish, it doesn't make me feel ugh. So anyways, and also it's just like really cool to see the craft, because regardless of whether
7,000 to 10,000
Damn.
for one tuna, depending on size.
Wow.
and look how
that's how
good,
much that's how much
how
you
nice
get
that
off
meat looks.
retail when you slice them. I don't think they pay that much for them out of the water, but
Oh, right. But like when you
they could turn it in,
process
they could
it
make
and cut it into
$7,000.
all the different fillets and pieces.
Right.
Mm.
Even if you paid fucking $2,000 for the whole tuna, man, that's
yeah. But anyways, it's a cool like there's I don't even think there's a narrative per se. It's kind of like just this interesting thing to watch in the background of the craftsmanship of covering up one of those big fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's a fish,
it is cool. I watch. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that was it. But what would you?
Because
watch?
it's a fish.
Oh, I watch sushi videos a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just love the fucking skill, like that it takes to fucking slice the way they slice shit. You know what I mean? And like roll it. Like, dude, that shit's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome, cool. Tired of looking at fucking people cut up something. Next up is Oracle, new Lord of the Rings show. Fuck the haters.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I oh shit, that's super loud. Decided to try the new Lord of the Rings show out, and I'm liking it. I think it's really good.
Are you a Lord of the Rings fanboy? Like, have you read the books and then you left the movies? Or I mean,
I am not a huge fanboy, and if you go in the comments on this video that I have linked here, so many people are hating on this.
Yeah, what's with the haters?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're haters because there are black people in this show. That's like what I can get
I've
from
heard
this.
that, yeah.
Or is
People
it because
are pissed because there's black people in Lord
I mean, there are some elements of like, oh, of course,
I mean, you can have elves, you can have goblins, but niggas, no, can't have no niggas.
Right.
I mean,
But black people.
Were there no black people in the Lord of the Rings film?
About elves.
no.
They're supposed to be the orcs.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they changed the characters or whatever, but I think it's a good show. Like, I don't give a fuck
I've
about
enjoyed it so far.
Yeah, like who? Only fanboys get pissed about shit like that, dude.
Right.
I'm not,
You
no,
just
I,
gotta
no.
not. You gotta
I
not.
just,
watch.
it's, I don't care that you can make Spider-Man black, Superman black. You can make him transsexual. I don't fucking care. As long as he cracks jokes and makes his own fucking web shooters, I don't fucking care.
Makes his own fucking web shooters, though.
Yeah.
Don't be having any of that fucking
Yeah,
trans.
you can't have that shit coming out of his fucking skin.
Yeah, like goddamn jizz rockets.
Boom. Awesome. Fuck you all.
In his
Next up is me with the joy of dugouts. Back in the day, I collected dugouts. Every time I went somewhere, I bought a dugout. And I found one of my old favorites. It's a fucking it's a riot. I don't know if you can see it. And I've started using it again. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, I have one just like that.
Yeah, it's fucking
I
awesome.
dropped it and cracked it though, but yeah, that was
Ooh. But yeah, you know, the joy of dugouts. I like this little fucking thing. So
Yeah, I've been using them for fucking decade, man. I love
they're
them.
my most preferred.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't need much.
boom. Next we go to the fuck what you think section of the show where we tell everybody to fuck what you think, because we don't care. So fuck you. We're gonna start off with Mystic with Ronnie Boy.
Man, you just putting me out there. So, fucking Ron DeSantis. Fuck him, basically. That's all I really gotta say. He fucking airmailed some fucking migrants up to Martha's Vineyard.
Didn't even insure them.
Yeah, didn't even fucking overnight them. Just fucking like, yeah, just put them on whatever fucking, puddle jumping piece of shit you got. They're only fucking Cuban, and send them to the vice president's residence, because that's what normal fucking rational adults do when they run a fucking state.
Hey man, you got
apparently.
midterms coming up. You got to make bold moves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
You got Biden paying off fucking
Going off.
loans.
Yeah, he's only gonna do this once.
Yeah, because his state's gonna start wondering where the money came from.
Exactly.
In the charter that plane.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm sure the state did.
Yeah. So anyway, fuck them. That's all I gotta say.
Word. Next, we're going to Oracle with Windows 11 hang.
So fucking Microsoft to like.
Have you updated to the 11?
Yeah, I have updated to the 11.
Obviously, it has. If it's hanging, goddammit.
And for the most part, things are going fine. But so the thing with Windows 11, really the biggest difference is your taskbar, like your icons on the bottom, are all condensed into the middle. And it has, like, when you go in, there's
a Mac.
Yeah, like a Mac. And it has kind of like these good-looking animation things, when the icons come in and things like that. But also, there have been times, and multiple times, with stuff like Zoom, where I've never had any problems with Zoom in Windows 10, and sometimes even when turning on my computer, where it'll hang in the animation. It'll get caught in the animation, and you just won't have anything that you can click on. Yeah. And it's just like, did we really need this? Like, is this...
Well, this is part of the Microsoft cycle, and unfortunately, I've learned that you do need it, and I'm glad that you adopted it, because it's suckers like you who will help give Microsoft all the information for that when Windows 12 comes out, and that's probably when I'll finally switch. It will actually be great, because it always seems like every other, all the way back from my experience to Windows 98 to then Windows Me. Remember that motherfucker?
Windows Me.
Never had Windows Me.
Oh yeah.
And then everybody was like, "Fuck Windows Me," and people like the real computer nerds were all about Windows 2000. And anyways, but I've definitely noticed it is the Microsoft cycle,
right? And
it's actually like we need those people who just like, yes, okay, I'll automatically update. Oh, this is a bit different. And it's like they figure out all the flaws and bugs, and then
called early adopters, dick.
Second generation, so it's like every other generation of Windows.
Right. Well, yeah, there was Me, and then it was XP after that, which was good.
And XP was solid, and people held on to XP for a while.
Yeah,
and then
XP was there for a long time.
Then that went to 7, right? I think 7 was the...
No, there was 7 between XP and 7. Something in between, because Windows 7 was a solid one. 7
was great.
8 sucked, and then now Windows 10.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm still on 10 because
11's gonna suck.
I have 11 on my tablet, on my little Surface, and it's hard to say because it's kind of like I could see this is gonna suck to do productivity work.
It seems fine, but it seems slower at things that used to be very fast, like for instance searching for apps and stuff. It seems to take way more time to do that than, what 10 did. Overall, it's fine, but then I'll have these, few programs or whatever that'll fucking hang. It's like,
I
never should have done it.
Well, you know what? You just keep filing that complaint to my...
Moving on to Ashtray cocksucking Adobe ending support for PostScript Type 1 fonts.
Oh, yeah. I was using PostScript Type 1 fonts, and they took it away.
Yeah. You don't realize...
Let's talk about a real problem, Oracle. Fuck you.
Yeah. I have... anyways, I noticed in the latest, because, Adobe has been Creative Cloud now for, 6+ years, 7? So the nice thing is that you just, when the new version's out, you get it, you upgrade. And the thing is, I noticed this little warning thing by a lot of my fonts. And I'm like, well, what the fuck's this shit? And I hover over it. It's like, find out more. Adobe is going to no longer support PostScript Type 1 fonts in January 2023. And it's like, so PostScript is one of the original font languages, and like how font files are made. And you see in that link there, like the original PostScript fonts. There's 13 of them made in 1984 by Adobe. Anyways, they
Jesus, dude. 84.
20,
I mean, it's time
it is
to
still
upgrade.
20.
Playing fucking
years
Custer's
later.
Revenge, ripping your
No,
fucking
right?
Type
Point
1
being is, though,
fonts.
all these. So I have
Time to let go.
15 plus years of collected font library. You know, like 5,000 plus fonts, and a number of them are these old PostScript style fonts that now they're just like, yeah, we're just not gonna read them.
Damn,
And it's like,
that fucking
fuck.
sucks.
Like some,
The
and it's
company
like
that made it isn't gonna read it.
there's
anymore.
the company that designed this originally is just like, yeah, we're just no longer supportive, because yes, there's the open type font system, which I do have a number of, are they're more reliable. You have a lot less issues. When I went to school, that was kind of one of those things that you were taught about in file prep, was that like fonts can be finicky little fucks, and especially these PostScript ones. But I got a lot of good fonts that I collected, and some of them that I rightfully downloaded for free on Napster, and like LimeWire and stuff back in the day, like really good fucking font collection that I used on all my files. So if I pull up some old stuff, the fonts that are in those old files, right? They're gonna be PostScript fonts. Gonna open it up, and the program's just gonna be like, "Oh no, we don't recognize."
They're
these
gonna be
fonts.
like
And
Comic Sans.
you have to read.
Fonts
you have
to
to
you
rebuy.
are like codecs to me.
You have to.
Like when
you
I
have
have
to
to load
rebuy
up
every
certain
font.
codecs.
There's no way around it. Basically, it's like, yep, you have to rebuy all these fonts.
Yeah.
Big
That's
font,
They're gonna make
man.
money.
Big font.
I saw that as a way to make
It's
some
gonna be all
money.
subscription service again.
BlackRock, they own the font
You're right.
scene.
Got you by the balls, buddy. Next up is me with the Little Mermaid. So Disney's coming out with a new version of Little Mermaid in the line of their live action remakes. But this Little Mermaid is a little darker than what a lot of people are wanting. Have you all seen the trailer?
No, I haven't. But I
No.
heard there's some kerfuffle.
Yeah, people are all in a hizzy about her. Where there are some people being a hizzy about her being black.
Well, is she pretty?
Of course she is. They aren't gonna have some dog ass fucking black chick as Ariel.
Yeah.
I don't
Wouldn't
know
it be
why.
even
It's
better?
It's the same thing as people getting pissed off about fucking,
Yeah.
Remember Black
fucking,
Annie? They did when they kind of redid Annie.
They did Annie, and it was a Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people flipped out about it too. They did it. It was
Never watched it, but
That
it
just
was
wasn't a
still-
good movie. I'm sorry. I took my kids to
wasn't.
see it. It wasn't a very good
See
movie.
Annie.
no.
But it had nothing to do with the color of the fucking
Right, exactly.
people in it.
There was a fun. They did a live action, live thing on television of The Wiz. You remember that back in the day?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was funny. And one of the comments was because this is it's about people being too woke, whatever. And it's like, where's the white version of The Wiz? And the reply was, it's called The Wizard of Oz, you retard. It came out like
Holy
fuck. But it's just weird to for people to get upset about
so dumb.
The race
Yeah,
of
dude, it's a
fictional
mermaid.
character. It's a fictional character.
It's a fucking mermaid. They
It's
don't
a really-
exist, homie.
Creepy.
It's a fictional
She
character.
can be
No,
whatever
they
fucking color she wants.
exist and they feed on your soul, but I mean it's the stories. It's a fictional character.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen any of the live action remakes of like classic movies.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Well, she's not that dark.
Oh, she too dark for Whitey.
Actually, there's like two controversies I was reading.
Oh my
It's the
God.
ones who don't want a black Ariel, and then there's one because they actually lightened her. That actress is darker than
Darker,
that.
yeah, than that, yeah.
They actually lightened her
The
skin.
white face.
Yeah.
They white faced her. They whitewashed her.
Whitewashed her.
It's just fucking ridiculous. If you're gonna have a black person play it, just fucking
Mhm.
have a black person play it. Like, I mean,
Have you guys seen
cares?
any of the live action remakes of the
I've seen them
Disney?
all.
no,
Are,
I refuse
are they
to watch the
good?
fucking
I haven't
Aladdin.
seen any of them.
I
heard some of them
liked
were good,
I
like
liked
Jungle Book.
Aladdin. I mean, I've liked all of them actually. They're pretty good. They added some Aladdin added a little bit too stuff. I wish they kept Aladdin more like the cartoon, but they kind of changed the ending and stuff. But I do
I
like
refuse to watch that one.
I do. Why you refuse to watch it? Because
Will Smith.
Because of fucking.
He doesn't.
It's not Will Smith. I don't have anything against him. I don't want to fucking. I think that Robin Williams' performance in the fucking Aladdin was perfect, and I don't understand making it.
Because you can't. I mean, you can't remake. I mean, he's not. Well,
so I don't want to sully my memory of his fucking performance with fucking Will Smith.
Yeah.
Slappy over here, you know. Fuck him.
Well, in all seriousness, go fuck yourself, Mystic. That's our show. We're going to be here every Wednesday or Thursday night at 10 p.m. Central. Make sure you join the conversation at theRedReport.com. I know it is. He'll come to your house and slap you in a second. Make sure you join the conversation at theRedReport.com or Facebook.com/TheRedReport. You can also Twitter us whenever we get it back up and started. I was thinking about this earlier. Why don't we join the fucking truth shit or whatever?
No.
What the hell's that?
The Trump fucking social network.
I don't want to go on Trump's social network.
Yeah. I don't have time for any new social network. Whatever. Like, I'm not even paying attention to the ones I'm on.
Like, shares, and fuckers, we're down for whatever. I'm Teddy.
I'm Oracle.
This is Ashtray.
And I'm Mystic.
And this is the Red Eye Report.
Cue guitar music. Yeah, there we go.
I forgot to talk about the fucking the adult